I never have thought of marrying a Ukrainian lady, and now I have, and I'm happily married and have a great family with her, said Renee when I was interviewing him and his wife Anna, that are now living in Paris. And I had a wonderful opportunity to be inside their family, to talk to them, to ask them questions, and to really reveal their little pebbles of success that brought them into a happy marriage. And now I am sharing this recipe and these ideas with you. So please watch this video and write your comments, write your ideas if you agree what is Renee talking about, and let's discover more on happy relationships going. So a little bit about their story, as I'm allowed to share, but fortunately or unfortunately, I cannot show you the couple, but people are well known and people are publicly successful, so I have no right to show their faces, but I have the right to share their stories that they have agreed. So number one thing is that they have been married since 2020, and this Ukrainian woman and this foreign French man are a happy couple, and they are both successful people, both the lady from Ukraine and the man from France. So he was using dating apps. He didn't take it seriously. He was just, free, available, not in love with somebody, and he was having a good time. And he sees this beautiful picture of a long-haired blonde girl who is gorgeous, and he decided to write to her. But the dating app was nothing special. These dating apps, and he was using one of them too. And she responded. And they started chatting, and they started sharing their communications and thoughts and ideas. And then they met in person. And then everything started step by step, because the couple had known each other for 5 years by now. It's now 2023, so it was the time. It took them a couple of years of knowing each other before they got married. And Renee traveled to Kiev, Anna traveled to Paris. They had a life together before they actually tied the knot. So what is Renee talking about? What are his points that he is happy to share with you, single men and women who are watching this video? I'm going to go step by step of the meaningful and important things that this very powerful man was happy to share with me, because he is a true leader, so she is. He coaches other people, so she does. They have very good, stable background and very high social status. And that holds them together, but that also helps to move forward their experience as one of those that you may possibly try if you will understand how it works. So here is what I want to share. Number one. Renee was not looking for a wife. He was not looking for entertainment. He was looking for a partner. He was not looking for a Ukrainian lady or a French lady. He was looking for a partner. So he really knew what he was looking for. Partnership for him, in his mind, was reliability, honesty, trust, interest, values, common values together, and the same goals in relationship. So it immediately took off wrong people and immediately helped him to concentrate his dialogues and his communications with Anna in a different way, rather than he would be looking for fun or communications or entertainment. He knows what he wants. So he knows what he wants in relationship, and he knows how to ask these questions. So he started from trust, from little things that he was showing to Anna, and she was sharing with Renee. And they kind of tested each other, because trust in relationship is stated as number one thing when you want long term. So step by step, knowing what they want, besides trust, as I said, they wanted common values and common goals of relationship, creating family, having a child together, being happy family, connecting parents, connecting friends. So creating a true niche in the society that their family now is having. So starting from that goal, they were building a step-by-step plan together. No long online communications, said Renee. He said it to himself first, then he moved it into reality, because he said, like, talking online is distorting our perception of real life. We start living in illusions, we start creating unusual expectations, and we move forward from our goal. So his meeting with Anna happened within 2 weeks after their first interactions. Hey, are you ready for that? Or have you been texting or emailing your online pen pal for 4 years? Have you spent thousands of dollars? Well, I have videos about that on my YouTube channel. You can see them in this video description, how not to do that, how to move your imaginary romance into the real love story. So the next thing is Renee saying that dating a foreign lady is not for the weak. It is for the emotionally stable, secure man who knows what he wants. And why is it so? Why is it for the strong man? Well, which he is, the strong man needs bigger challenges. Throughout life, when we grow up in a happy family, when our parents are happy to share everything they have with us, give us good education, give us good perspective in life, give us good support, we look for more. We look for bigger tasks. And in Renee's words, marrying a foreign lady is one of those bigger tasks that you can achieve. So if you grew up like Renee with happy family and had received a lot from your parents in terms of love and connection and all, you need a bigger task. So there it is. The strong wants to grow up his level. And a foreign partner allows that to the fullest, because you need to understand another culture. You need to accept another culture. You need to learn how you can incorporate another culture into your new life, and all that becomes a challenge. And you either follow or you fail. Strong are attracting the strong. The strong man needs a strong woman, but also he needs to know how to handle relationship with a strong woman, because a weak woman or only attractive woman, only visual thing won't be strong enough. So he's looking for somebody who's got a lot to offer to a relationship, but at the same time harder to achieve, harder to get through to, somebody that needs more time and effort to build trusting connection with. And that is the fun of it, as Renee said, because your brain is constantly working, your brain is constantly creating and putting yourself into another person's shoes and comparing what it would be like if you were from another country. And all that comes to your mind, and you become proactive in your task. Going to another country and culture opens your mind. As I said before, you study another culture. You compare the cultures, you see what are the similarities and what are the differences, and actually what you find, if this is a European culture, you find a lot in common, and you put that as your strength for the relationship, because at the end of the day you realize that it no longer matters that she's coming from another culture, but how I make it happy. Do you see the difference? Right, so he did the same. And he says also that you need a little bit of luck, but I don't like the word luck. I like the word conscious effort. So when you are looking for a partner, you know what you want, you have yourself put together, you're emotionally healthy, many other factors have to come together. Like it has to be the right time, you need to know how to choose the right person. It has to be good, you have to be free, it has to be good emotional condition. So all of that put together brings you luck. And specifically, as Renee said, you are emotionally stable inside and you are free from the pain from previous relationships, you are free from illusions, you are an adult, as we say. You take an adult attitude and you move forward with understanding all the responsibilities that your decisions are going to cause. So that isn't so easy as it may sound, but that absolutely works. And in all this formula, of course, beauty absolutely matters, right? These people, Renee and Anna, are strongly attracted to each other. It was the start, but it isn't enough, because only beauty is skin deep. And if you can't build trust, if you can't build a good, fun connection, if you don't share the same sense of humor, if you can't laugh together, it will only be a short-term affair. But taking that as a start, you need to be able to move it forward and develop it and understand whether it's lust or it's real love. And your maturity and your honesty within yourself allows you to go forward. You not only find a person attractive, but you also get other factors, like you learn how to trust the person, how to build this trust, how to make it step-by-step plan. You also listen, you also communicate, and funny enough, you learn how to argue in a constructive way. And strong people have a fair fight, as Renee said. And a fair fight is not when you are shouting, accusing, hurting a person, making something evil to the person, or revenge, but when you explain why this is not good for you, why you will be happier if something else happens. That is a fair fight, in his words. But if you continue watching my videos, I will be telling you more about the conflicts, more about discussions, more about how to fight in a fair way. And definitely the really strong thing is about making efforts from both ends. But a girl from another culture, country, continent will require extra efforts. But remember, at the beginning of this video, I said it's about the strong man. It's not for somebody who's hiding behind mama's skirt, or somebody who is still not trusting people and doesn't know what he wants. It's for the strong man who's ready to make a conscious effort towards creating happy relationships. And things will not go smooth all the time, because when you're speaking different languages, misunderstandings will happen. The language barriers will add additional stress to this, and you will be drawn by some of your inconfidences or fears, because we are not perfect. We all have doubts at a certain period of time. And when you make this extra effort, and this extra effort comes when you are putting another person's best interest in mind, when you are acting from that perspective, when you imagine yourself that if it was you who moved to another country, if it were you who would give up everything and start anew, how would you feel? What would you do? How you would handle all this? And then you start, being more supportive and more understanding if you are a strong person. Definitely, you need time, because immediate affection, if you're not taking the time to learn whether it's only infatuation or it's a real love, it will not develop. So you're taking time to test this relationship. You're not making quick decisions. You take the time to really go through different situations with each other. And we all need time, because immediate love is attraction. It's like wow effect. We are looking at the partner with our pink glasses, and that's it. But with time, we see the real person. We open up and we share our bad stories, and we still love each other. We accept the way he eats at the table, or she puts up her makeup. Then it turns into the love story and into family, marriage, and you need time for that. That goes without saying. And of course, you're waiting for me to say about the money. If you are, then put a plus in the video comments. But yes, money matters. But Renee shared about the money thing in a very different way than I heard it from others. Because he said that this is about the money when you don't have it. In the sense that a woman is relocating to another country. So she loses her income. She loses her ways of earning that money for a certain time before she learns the language, gets a new job. It can be a short time, but it can be a long time. So how she acts in that circumstances, how she spends your money, how you can talk about it, how you can discuss financial matters, how happy you are with spending money together, and all of it comes together. And when you are afraid of this, when you do not feel confident that you can have enough, then you need to learn new ways of how you can get enough. And if she is expecting like big expenditures, it's not about long-term relationships. Basically, I don't want to start another conversation about money, because this video about Renee's and Anna's love recipe and Renee's thoughts about how he could actually make it happen. And overall, in all this story of Renee and Anna, what I have noticed all the time as they were talking, they were speaking we, us, our home, our relationship, our new future together, our future plans, our trips, our troubles. And I was really touched, because a person who really has relationships is not talking about I, my, for me. It turns into us. And if now watching this video, you have your relationships and you're thinking of I, think about this relationship. Check it. It's not about I, it's about us. So thank you for watching this video, and I really want to touch you with it, because I want more happy faces on my married couples list. And if you're watching this video, definitely you're thinking of strong ways of finding a partner, and I'm giving them to you now. So take it, move it forward, digest the information, and come to my matchmaking interview. You can see the link to my website, to my channels. Subscribe, write your comments, and come to my matchmaking interview, and we will talk more on how my hard work can help you find your loving and happy relationships.